Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard. Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition homebrewed podcast and may deal with triggering themes at times. Viewer discretion is advised. Trigger warnings can be found in the description.
Previously on the Wandering Vanguard.
Come in.
Hey, so I had a breakthrough. You want to go shopping? I think I can make the magic hat to read your mind.
To what?
Okay, we're going shopping. I walk over and I just grab his arm and I start pulling him out the door.
You look around, Ekman is nowhere to be seen.
Hey, where are you at? They're talking about going out shopping and wanted you to come along if you wanted to.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'll be sure to find you sometime. Hello and welcome to Proper Postures. I'm Valkyrie. How can I help all of you today?
I need to buy lots of hats that are very good for conducting magic.
Have you heard of the Wandering Vanguard on the old Skynet?
I didn't want to say anything, but
One could call us the Wandering Vanguard.
she freezes. I see.
Okay, let's keep a low profile, guys.
And you look over to the right, and you see a very familiar furbolg sitting behind the counter. You came back to Aradora, huh?
I'm not in Aradora. Are we in Aradora right now?
I mean, that's where my shop is. What are you talking about?
That is where we begin.
Alright. As you get closer, the building kind of lowers so you can get in. You go through the door, and there's similar to Proper Posture, there is a bell, except this one's a lot like a cowbell, like cling, cling. And you look up and you see a cowbell being cleaned against as the door opens.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah, go for it.
19.
Alright. You look around and it is a various sort of mess of sort of different magical components, different magical items, paper, tested experiments, just lying about in a sort of systematic yet haphazard manner. And as you look up and through, you see towards the middle of the room, about halfway, there is a small wooden desk that has a cash register sitting on it. Are you looking for anything specific with your perception check?
No, I was just looking around.
Okay.
Well, I'd probably... No, never mind.
You see... you don't see anyone yet. As there is a door, there are 3 sort of sets of doors that is straight to the back and then left and right.
I just call out, hello?
You call out hello and it kind of echoes. You hear after a little while a sort of like a click come out of nowhere. Ah! Hello? Voice emanating from nowhere.
Hi, I was looking to inquire about some enchantments?
All right. So, I'm gonna be up there in a little bit. I am in my basement. It is a mess, and it is quite large. So, you take a look around. Don't steal nothing. Won't say nothing. I'll be there in a bit. Click.
Is there anything fancy looking while we're walking around?
You see.
I would like a complete list of everything that's in the store.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
I
Would
want to know his genealogy by looking at the store.
All right.
No, I'm joking.
Where the frick?
Where did your freak?
Oh, here. What the freak is happening? All right. So, in Merle's magic stuff, you see just sort of like different sort of like on the side. You see sort of like almost like bookcase-esque, with things sitting up, with light hitting it out of nowhere, sort of illuminating it to draw your eyes over there. And over on one bookcase, you see a sort of bronze horn with a strap, with a brown leather strap connected to it sitting there. And then right next to it, you see a sort of wide strap of material laying next to it that looks to be sort of like leopard print.
Is there anything that says what they do?
You see the prices.
Oh, that's fair. I'm guessing expensive.
The horn is 1,500
Copper, got it.
gold.
Oh, I figured.
Imaginary play money?
Monopoly coins?
He's not up here, so sticky fingers.
Please do.
No.
But and then the necklet, the sort of like fabric is noted with about 750.
Oh, this place is more expensive than I can afford. So
What is the thing do? The second thing.
I don't know.
It looks to be just like a strip of fabric that might go around your neck.
I want to touch it just in case.
I wanna touch it.
Touch it.
Do you want to hear the rest of what's here before you go touch
Okay.
it?
What else is here?
You're right. I want to hear the rest of what's there.
Okay. I was like, you can touch it. I don't care. But you all see a familiar sort of golden chain with a red heart on it. And with that, you see that is about 450.
Wait, is in like the one that looks like mine? Isn't that what it is? The amulet of that sets my constitution to 19?
Is that also a heart?
I can't remember what it was. Oh, it might have been an eye.
No, yeah, yours is an eye, yeah. But familiar as in you saw this on, but Nyx didn't see this. Vezerin did. As all of you were going across the water to Ardora, you stopped and there was a ship that was selling, that had weird lizard folk on it. And they were selling a multitude of magic items, and this looks to be a familiar item like that.
Oh yeah.
That one's 450 gold pieces. There next to it there is one that is a sort of delicate silver chain, and every 2 inches there's a pearl. and then at the end of it, there are 4, and the pearls until the end of it are white, and then at the bottom there are 4 blue pearls. This one looks to be about 800 gold. And then right next to the bookcase, standing straight up and right down, there is a staff, which you see engraved into the metallic surface of the staff are vines and clouds and flowers all the way up.
Ooh.
And it comes up to a circular top. Like the vines are holding the top up. And that one says 950 gold.
It's cheaper than the horn.
Guys, this store is a little out of my price range for anything. I'm gonna go find a place to sit, and I'm gonna read my book. So
Is that all that's in the store?
I'm gonna go find a bench.
And right as you say that, you hear a door from the back. And a small, very short for an elf man. He's about 4 foot tall. He looks more gnome. He looks more like gnome or dwarf size than elf. With red tied back hair and grease stains all over him, and working overalls, comes marching out and steps up behind the counter. He says, "Nice to meet you. Welcome to Merle's Magic Stuff."
Hello. I was
What kind of?
I was wondering.
You want an enchantment?
Yeah. So I was wondering if there are any enchantments for like. I'm purchasing from. What's the shop's name again?
Proper Posture.
Yeah, I'm purchasing from Proper Posture. A very nice suit, and I would like it to be enchanted to like not rip and to repel stains and stuff such as that.
All right. You want an enchantment of long lasting?
Yes.
Those aren't. So that's just kind of sort of. It's not too hard. Of course, I'll need the material, the finished product. Now with the spell, it won't necessarily protect it from ever being ripped, but when it is ripped or dampened or anything of that nature, if it isn't in a magical sort of if it isn't in a magical sort of nature, it will repair itself. Now, if you want the sort of magical liquid to also be repelled, that'll cost you extra.
All right. Yeah. Say I would like the magical liquid also repelled. How much would all of that cost me?
1,000 for non-magical, 2,000 for magical.
Okay.
It'll probably take me about a week.
All right.
Unless something happens with it, but who is to say?
All right, and then how do you purchase magic items from people as well?
Oh yeah, I can do business with you on that front if you need.
I shift the jug from my back.
Oh.
And I take it off and I set it down, and I say, this jug produces acid, poison, beer, honey, mayo, oil, vinegar, fresh water, and salt water.
Interesting. All right. So you wanna sell that?
Yeah, or trade it. Like, what items do you have on the wall? Or what items do you have that you'd be willing to trade?
would you be willing to show me a couple of those liquids being poured?
Of course. Do you have a chalice or something that I can pour this into?
Oh yeah. And he kind of knocks his head with the back of his hand. Right. And goes over to one side of the room in the back and grabs 4 separate sort of tankards and pours them out and puts them out.
Right. So I'm going to pour the poison into one. I'm going to pour the beer into one. I'm going to pour some honey into one. And then I'm going to pour fresh water into one.
Alright. After all of these sort of separate liquids come out, and kind of is like nodding. Wow. Man, alright. I can tell it's magical as well. So you're not joshing with me. If you want to follow me over to the wall, as you referred to it.
Hey there, everyone. I thought I would take this opportunity in our show to do some catching up. Some announceroonies, some talkies, even. Just to remind you all of our social medias, you can find us on Twitter, Audio Adventures at the username AudioAdventure2. Why 2, you ask? Well, number 1 was taken. Ayy. We are also on Facebook and Instagram. We have also set up a Ko-Fi. We had a couple comments made at us about being able to support us a bit with that good green juice that the world just seems to run on. So, if you're feeling generous towards us, that would be one of the avenues to help us grow and to encourage us as the artist as well. Another avenue to help us thrive and grow is to share and tell your friends about us. We are one of the many, many, many D&D podcasts out there. So we are ecstatic whenever someone wants to listen to us play D&D. We don't spend any money to advertise this show, so your support means that much more to us. And since there are more of us now, here is our Wandering Vanguard.
Well, I am Zach, and I will be playing Tavis, who is an Eladrin sorcerer. The only interesting fact that I can think of for him is that his last name is just, Elvish for owl, because he likes owls.
I'm Trevor. I am playing the character Nyx with burning red eyes. Nyx with burning red eyes. And his last name is Bright. He was born into a noble family, hence the actual last name, as he is a changeling artificer. Changelings don't normally have last names, they normally just have hyphenated names.
Hello there. My name is Tibril Darrow. I am a half-elf man from the town of Allerton. I am what you might call a soul knife. And before I get too far, let me explain what a soul knife is. A soul knife is someone who can summon a weapon that is bound to our soul. I used to have a longsword like my father, but now it's a glaive with etchings of flowers throughout the whole thing. Along with being able to summon the glaive, I'm able to use my mind to connect to the soul of others, to communicate and help in battle. Our friend Tomb, not being able to speak, but I'm able to connect to his soul and kind of get a general idea of what he's thinking and what he would say. Along with all that, my mom always said I had a golden glow to me, which I didn't really understand until now to be literal. Our soul's power shows through our bodies as different colors. I've never met another soul knife besides my father, so I don't know where he learned it. My mom and I lived in a town called Allerton. But before I get too very much into that, my mom was a very sick woman. We lost a lot of money and resources trying to find a cure, but nothing worked. My father left to find something to help her, and he never returned. That was when I was 8. I'm 25 now. Once I became a teen, I started working at the local apothecary. My father was a medic, master with blades and medicine, and I wanted to be like that. Medicine and plants, it's always been fascinating to me. I have my dad's journal here, and one day while looking through, I found something that I wasn't really expecting. I found out the book was only half filled, but the last page talked about this plant called the Golden Snapdragon. But it Apparently, it's a plant of legend that can cure any known disease. The only other thing that's on these pages are 2 places, Mistreeston and Chanbu. And I think this is where he thought they were. Which makes sense with how rare it is. That'd be 2 of the hardest countries to get into. I haven't been to either of these places, but it's the only lead I got. And one day we were raided by goblins. And then there's a group of adventurers came up. They helped clear the goblins away, and they even helped save a lot of people that day. They invited me to come along on the adventure. This is the only chance I had to find my dad. But before I left, my mom gave me a couple things. But she pulled out a cape, a long purple cape with 2 golden pauldrons on the side. It fit perfectly, like it was made to fit me. Then she also gave me her wedding ring. Told me to if I find Dad, tell it to get his butt home. Now I have three things I have to do. I have to find my dad, find the Golden Snapdragon, and make it home alive. Because if I don't, my mother will kill me.
So my name's Emma, and I'm gonna explain to you what my character looks like and everything because he actually can't talk. So his name is Toon. He is a Warforged Necromancer, and he kind of got his voice box ripped out, and so he can't speak. All he does is screech occasionally. He does write in a little notebook, so that's how he communicates most of the time. And he is covered in cherry blossoms, and he has a giant gash in the middle of his torso where he hides his familiar talon and some skulls and some other miscellaneous things. And yeah, he is silver with 2 green bands around each arm, and he has blue eyes. And that's pretty much it.
My name is Redguest. I am but a simple tabaxi who lives within others' means. I never knew my parents, but the Order of the Ghost Slayers made up for that. They taught me how to fight with honor as one of their esteemed blood hunters. My mercenary work taught me how to value my own life. These 2 paths have coiled into a journey of broken love and pointless purchases, where I now find myself with the Wandering Vanguard. I have no doubt they will be able to help me on my current mission.
And I think that's about it. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. And the next one will be up for all of you next Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See ya!
And Tibril, are you going to continue leading after the elf comes out?
I'm just gonna go. Still not. I don't know if I'm leaving, but I'm still gonna go find a spot to sit to read while waiting.
Okay. There's a small stool near the front of the store, within ear range of what he's saying, that you can sit on. And the small elven man leads you over to the wall. On the top shelf, and he sort of kicks his feet together and raises up to that level. Alright, so what we call that horn right there, that bronze horn, that is called the Horn of Valhalla. And it's said that whenever you blow the horn, you get some helpers. But it can only be used once in like a blue moon. And then he points over to like the choker. That sort of choker necklace thing that's close to the neck. When you're wearing this, you can breathe like nothing's happening, even if people throw skunk smell at you, any smell that might be harmful, or vapors, inhaled poisons, things like that. Pretty useful. And he sinks down a level. That necklace there, that one with the heart, if you wear that and you fall down, you fall ill, and you're on the brink of meeting whatever god you pray to, that magic will stabilize you until either you're able to sleep it off.
This is Trevor asking, what one is that? What one are you talking about right now?
The one with the heart and the gold chain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that one will stabilize you if you hit 0 hit points.
Okay.
And he points over to the silver one with all the pearls and the 4 blue pearls at the bottom. This one is real angelic. Has a real angelic feeling to it. You can get healed sometimes. You can have some sort of greater diseases sometimes rubbed off you. At least that's what I'm told. I haven't ever used it. It just seems it can heal you real good. I don't know what god it's from, or whatever sort of. Yeah, you know what I mean. But it heals you. You can use see all those blue pearls at the bottom. You can use whatever. Each pearl has a different power, and you can use that 1 time a day. And then he points over at the rod, still levitating in the air. And then you see that rod. That rod, that one is if you're in a real sticky situation. All your friends about to die. There's a real bad person. You can stab the rod into the ground, and you can take all your friends, up to 199 willing people, into a sort of paradise. And that one, and you guys can remain there for up to 200 days, I'm told.
Wow.
And you can't use it until another blue moon passes, but in a very sticky situation, it's a real good getaway.
Which of these magic items would you be willing to trade for my jug?
For your jug, probably everything but the horn.
How much extra would I have to pay to get the horn?
The horn, I would say your jug would probably be about 1,000. So about probably another extra 500.
You know, I'll trade you for that staff there.
All right. We call that the Rod of Security. And he'll grab the staff.
Security.
He'll grab the staff, bring it over to the counter, place it down. We can do the trade after you all realize what you wanted. Is there anything else, looking over at all of the rest of you, that you guys want from the shelf? I can do enchantments. Just may take some time, money, of course. That's why you're here.
I'm fine.
All right. I can give you +1s to your armor, to your equipment. I can make you more stealthy, more speedy, more hard to hit, if you know what I mean. But if you guys want anything like that, or you think of anything, just let me know.
I have a question. So, would there be too many enchantments on it if you also put a +1 on my suit?
So you want to be harder to hit in your suit?
Yes.
All right. So, I can definitely do that. It's of course going to cost you extra.
All right.
We can probably add that into the and there'll be only really 2 enchantments on your suit. It won't be really anything like a leather or a base or a plate or anything, but it'll be like having a 10 plus your dex plus 1.
10 plus my dex plus 1.
Yeah.
It's higher than my armor class right now because I took off my plate mail. Sorry, scale mail. Whatever it is.
Yeah. So you could do that if you wanted to.
Yeah, how much total would that cost me then for the magical liquid enchantment and then also the plus 1 enchantment?
That one will be, because we're doing sort of a trade thing right now and you look to be a pretty good customer. Are you okay?
I sure am. Sorry about that.
All right. I got healing potions if you need it, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. So for this whole thing, why don't we just go for, we'll say 2,500 because we're doing business so much right now.
2,500? All right. I will pay you whenever I get the words. I will pay you whenever I get the material for you to work with.
Seems fair enough to me. No skin off my back. It just means that you're gonna have to wait longer, for your thing, and of course the extra enchantment will mean longer wait time.
Alright.
Alright. You can, whenever you give me that, sort of, suit that you want to look so dapper in, just give me about 2 weeks, and then you should be good to go, friend.
Okay.
And he takes the jug and hands the rod to you.
I grab the rod. And I say, pleasure doing business with you. And I walk towards the door.
Right?
Before we go, I do have one question.
Yeah.
Would it cost anything to have like an enchantment looked at? I have this thing that my mother gave me that I've noticed seems to be some type of enchantment on it. I just don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah, I can do an identification for you. If I look at it and it looks too intricate, you might have to leave it with me if you're comfortable with that.
Alrighty, how much would that cost anything, or?
Oh, yeah, that would probably, it'd probably be about, let me just see it up front, and we'll see how much it'll cost after that.
Alright, I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding, and pull out a rolled up version of my dad's cape.
He holds out his hands to it and grabs it from you and places it on the counter, unrolls it, and it starts to sort of move a little bit. Oh, well, I mean, this is real weird.
What do you mean?
How much money you got?
How much is it gonna cost?
I mean, answer my question before I answer yours.
Honestly, not a lot.
If you do me a solid, I can do you a solid.
What do you have in mind?
Remember how I said my basement was, messy?
You need help cleaning it?
I have a sort of infestation.
What's the infestation?
Some tricky monsters have gotten themselves, have burrowed, in there. And, they are, messing with my enchantments, to be quite frank.
Fair enough. That shouldn't be a problem. I can't do it at the moment. It might be tomorrow.
I mean, that's fine. You could leave it with me and I could do the work, but I'm gonna have to take the cape as collateral until it's finished.
Would you guys be willing to help out with that?
Yes. I will be willing to help with this.
I mean, Ekman's always down for a fight. I don't see him questioning it. What about you, Red Guest?
My first mission with the Vanguard. Let's do it.
Nix, what do you think?
Sure, why not?
Sure. Can we? So yeah, we'll do that. Can we come in sometime tomorrow? Early the day after.
Yeah. Whenever you want to come in. I just have been having to do all my enchantments upstairs and all of my actual good equipment I've been keeping in my basement.
Fair
so
enough.
it's been affecting my business, so you know.
Right.
Turbo, my clothing will be done in 2 days, and if we bring, and then I can bring it to him for the enchantments purposes.
Oh yeah, we can bring it in.
So what if we just make this one trip? I bring it, and we go clear out the infestation. Then he can use his enchantment equipment down there.
If that works for you, that works for me. With that,
I mean, this won't shorten any of your wait times. I mean, it actually will shorten it by 2 days, but
fair enough.
not by much.
Yeah.
It's just the quality.
Understandable.
Less of a chance for it to fail, right?
Yeah, that is a very much higher chance that it'll be quality and it will hold through even the toughest of spots.
Well, let's plan for that. The day we bring in the clothing, we'll come deal with this monster problem.
You want me to identify your cape now, or you want to keep it? Or, I mean, if I start doing it, I'm going to keep it until you do the thing.
Why don't I hold on to it? At least for now, it made me feel a little bit better.
Then you can have, he could hand it over when we come to when we come to clear out the infestation.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough.
Well, but thank you so much. And I think we got some more shopping to do.
Not a problem. Have a good rest of your day, fellas. Come back if you need anything. I'm always making new items. I'm always enchanting more. If you have an idea for an enchantment, would love to work it out with you.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Where to next, friends?
I need a helmet. Actually, 2 helmets.
Well, we can probably get that on the way back, can't we? From your dad, Tavis?
Yes.
All right, let's swing by there on the way back.
Do we have any? Is there any more shops out here that we want to stop at?
Red Guest?
I don't have anywhere else to stop. Did we want to go to the library tonight, or did we want to wait till another day?
I'd probably go wait for. I'm down for waiting for another day.
A couple hours have passed, by the way, so the sun is starting to head towards the horizon. It's you got a couple hours until sundown, but it's getting later in the day.
Well, we should I'm fine with waiting for another day to go to the library.
All right.
Well, all right then.
Well, just a second. Let me send another message to Ekman. He said he would find us and catch up with us, but he never did. So I'm gonna send a message and be like, "Hey, Ekman, where are you? We just finished our shopping, and we're getting ready to head back."
I still have a couple more things to do. Trying to get something hammered out, more or less. Don't worry about me. No problems here. Just go about your daily business. I passed through the park at one point, and I saw that there was a pastry shop. If you want to relax, I suggest going there. They have really good puffs.
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.